that. You mustn't do that. When the majority says it doesn't matter. When the people say you don't have to really believe that part. You don't really have to hold on to that part. No one really knows if that part's significant. God as his people always say, no, you can't do that. You must do this. Because of God's promise, because of God's presence, because of God's conviction in relationship to these things. I determined that this, says Paul, should be entrusted to you because you become convinced of it, because you know those from whom you've learned it. And this that you have become convinced of, this you must now pass on to the next generation. You see, what this is about leaving a legacy. And most of us have the legacy thing completely wrong. Completely wrong. It's all about money. It's all about houses. It's all about annuities. It's all about stuff. Loved ones, the legacy that our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren need is the legacy of a life lived trusting the promises of God, living in the principles of God's Word, relying entirely on God's grace in such a way that the children that we then dandle on our knees, as did Joseph on his old bony knees here, will, when we are long gone, find things. Like I found something yesterday. Yesterday was a rooting around day for me. I don't know why. I just was in a rooting around mood. And I went in places, annoying my wife dreadfully, but I went somewhere and I found a plaque. Just an old slice of wood, and on the front it said, "Have faith in God." Have faith in God. So I pulled it out, and I said, I remember this from my house. And then I turned it over, and on the back, my name was written on it. In a ballpoint pen, in red. Alistair Begg. And then I looked. I said, that's my mother's handwriting. I wonder why she wrote my name on the back of this. But she did. It was almost like a metaphor for me. So on the one hand, it said Alistair Begg. I turned it over, it said, have faith in God. I turned it back and said, Alistair, have faith in God. My mother's been dead for the last 39 years. But her legacy remains. I don't have a dime of her money. I don't need